Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Fabrica, the channel where we talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. In today's video, we will going to do a Q&A for Creative Fabrica. I have talked in my community post and asking you the questions if you have regarding any about Creative Fabrica. I'm gonna be answering them in this particular video. So without further ado, let's get straight with that. Consider clicking the like button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such video in the future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, we have a lot of free resources to help you make more money. The link is in the description box below. You can grab the Creative Fabrica workbook planner that will going to help you in getting started with Creative Fabrica, or even if you have already get started with the Creative Fabrica, looking forward to make more money, it will going to help you. It's entirely based on my experience and knowledge so far, which helped me to make thousands of dollars on Creative Fabrica. The link is in description box below. It's kind of like a PDF download, which you can very well grab it and you can fill it out. We're going to help you getting started with the right kind of product, ideal client avatar, uploading the product, tags, description, promotion, everything is there. The link is in description box below. Without further ado, let's get straight with the Q&A. And also, guys, one thing I want to tell you, along with the Q&A, I'm gonna talk about one amazing thing about the Creative Fabrica that can help you make more money with the Creative Fabrica. So stick with me till the end. So first of all, I'm gonna take the questions from you guys who have asked me the questions, because I did a community post, I think few days back only, and you guys asked me a few of the questions. So I have the few of the questions. The question I have is, how long before you were able to start making a few hundreds or thousands of dollars on Creative Fabrica? What were the main things that you did? Thank you for doing this Q&A. So this was a question basically regarding how long it took me to make few hundreds or thousands of dollars in Creative Fabrica and what were the main things I did. Now, if you don't know about it, I started with my Creative Fabrica journey back in the May and June of 2020. So it's almost, I think, it's almost like 2 years I've been on the Creative Fabrica. So I have 2 years of experience on Creative Fabrica. When I was getting started with that, there was a very little competition was there. I think it was around like 5,000 or 4,000 of the designer was there only, that search. Recently, they have more designers. So the competition was very less. And also the graphics, I think they were having at that time 1.8 million or something like 2 million graphics only. Recently, they have like 5 million plus graphics. Started 2 years back, and there was a completely new platform at the time, and now it's grown a lot. So now I'm going to tell you how long it took me to make few hundreds or thousands of dollars. Now I'm going to tell you the beginning was very humble. I started in the May or June of 2020. And then I made one of the video in which I was talking about that I made 150 plus sales on Creative Fabrica. I'm going to leave that video in the card section above if you haven't checked it so far. That video I made, I think it was back in the December of 2020. So it took me like 4 to 5 months or almost 6 months to get to make few hundreds dollars on Creative Fabrica. At that time, I was having only one shop on the Creative Fabrica. I opened my second shop back in the 2021, in the beginning of 2021. So in the 2020 itself, I was able to make hundreds of dollars on Creative Fabrica in around like 4 to 5 months gap, something like that. So the competition wasn't that huge as you are seeing currently right now. So that was the one main factor, because I was kind of like an early adopter on the Creative Fabrica. Also, there are so many art designers who were there before me as well. So they were having a kind of like a pioneer experience on the Creative Fabrica. So that would be the one factor. The second factor was that it took me 4 to 5 or kind of like a 6 months to make hundreds of dollars. First 2 months, it was very low growth. I can tell you, in the first month, I think I made around 30 or $20. I really don't remember that, but I made very less money. I also made that video. I'm gonna leave all the videos in the card section above. Make sure to check it out. But it took me 6 months. And of the question, what actually helped me to make hundreds of thousands of dollars? Now, first of all, after making the first shop, I started with the second shop back in the 2021 of the beginning. So I have currently 2 shops. So first thing I can tell you is, have more than one shop if you can get approval more than one shop, then that's great. You could have multiple different varieties of products selling on the Creative Fabrica. Like one of my shop is selling one kind of graphic work, another one is selling another kind of graphic work. So that is the first thing. The second tip that I have for you is focus more on the multiple varieties of the products. Yes, I do have fonts in my shop. I do have embroidery designs. I do have the needlework in my shop. I do have the graphics, crafts, like I have a different varieties of all the varieties that Creative Fabrica have on their platform. I actually converted my print-on-demand designs, my own designs, my artwork into the graphics and the embroidery files, and then I started selling the embroidery files on the Creative Fabrica. I also make my own fonts, so I have selling the fonts as well. So that's the second thing I tell you, to test drive with the different varieties of the products, because some of the products are in the less competitive range and some of the products are more competitive range. Like if you're selling just the graphics, there is a huge competition. Fonts, you won't find that much. Embroidery files, you don't find that much. If you're making a needlework, crochet work, or other kind of work, also there is not that much competition. The third tip that I have for you, I did a test drive with a lot of the price point. You need to have a price of your product around the competitors range. Look at the competitors, what is the price point is like. In the beginning, I was selling for, I think, $1, $2 for a graphic, and then I started to slowly increase to $3 or $4 or $6. So price point varies a lot. Of course, Creative Fabrica do have the promotions and offers and discounts on their website, but still, if your price point is very competitive, is very high, then obviously less chances to get the sales. The fourth tip that I have for you is to have bundles. Now, I do have bundles in my shop. Back in the 2021, they weren't having that easy interface for the bundles. Like you need to literally upload every single graphic that you're including in your bundle at that time, but now they have made it so simple and easy. Just like you just need to select all the products that you already have in your shop that you want them to be included in your bundle. It's simple and straight, and I want to tell you, bundles sell so well. Another tip is to have your product as a freebies. Like I've been telling this tip as well for a lot many time, because it does work. And also give the people those things as a freebies which are really amazing products. Like if you're creating something beautiful and you see that there is a demand is there, make it as a freebie. It will going to get you more new eyeballs, more followers, more sales, and making more money. So these were the general tips, but also guys, I'm going to tell you, if you are a creative person like me, test drive with the multiple different products. If you can create your own font, very well upload your own font. If you can create the embroidery files or to convert your designs into the embroidery files, make sure you do that. Have a different variety of products, see what's working for you. Going for the trend is also a great option. Like if you can see right now, the Christmas in July would be popular because it's a June and Christmas in July is coming soon, so it would be popular. Then the Independence Day is coming, that's also gonna be popular. So try to upload the products in the trending niches. Of course, trending niches will going only where the trend is there, but still it will going to get you the new eyeballs for the product that you have already uploaded. Let's move on to the second question. I've been told that when you submit your portfolio for approval, it's best for all of your designs to be cohesive when it comes to style as well as color palette. I'm a pattern designer and all of my patterns are very colorful but also very different. Should I submit my patterns that I have on a Redbubble for approval, or should I create a separate store on Gumroad, for example, so I can feature designs that are more cohesive? Yes, I do talk a lot about having a cohesive portfolio, because it really helps them to see what kind of work you're creating. Because if your work is like something you're creating something random, other one is something other than stuff, like it would give them a look like it's not a professional designer. And we want to give them a look that we are a professional designer. We can really contribute to their platform. We are providing value to their platform. We really need to show them via our portfolio, because portfolio is the only way in which you can get an approval from the Creative Fabrica. So I do focus on more on the cohesive work, but if you're creating the colorful patterns or colorful designs and graphics, then it need not to be that cohesive. Like you can have a different varieties of different colors or different kinds of abstract patterns that you're creating. And I'm going to tell you, whether you are having a colorful patterns or colorful themes, if you are creating a one kind of work, there would be some style in your work. Like for me, I do create a watercolor textures and backgrounds a lot. So whatever the color of the watercolor texture or background I'm creating, they are having a one kind of like a style or what kind of a theme, because it's my own style that I'm creating. So whatever kind of work you're creating, if you're creating on a consistent basis, then probably you have developed that kind of a style. So when you are having a portfolio where you're having a designs or a patterns or whatever work you are showing off, it's kind of like a more colorful, not that cohesive, but still they're gonna see your style of work, your style of designs, and that style will going to dictate whether they want to give you an approval or not. So it need not to be that cohesive. You can go with the Redbubble shop that you're already having. Firstly, because your Redbubble shop might get you some sales, favorites, and followers that could work as a testimonials for your designs, that your work is already selling on some other platform in the online space, and now you're applying for Creative Fabrica, so they're gonna see your work is in demand on other platforms, so that it will likely going to increase your chances to get an approval on the Creative Fabrica. So you can go with the Redbubble shop where you are already having a pattern. Please keep one thing in mind. When it comes to regard with the cohesive look of your portfolio, I really mean by having a one kind of a style. I mean, it's not like one day you are uploading some watercolor texture and another day you are uploading very different, like an animation art or something like a caricature. These doesn't really go hand in hand with each other. Like watercolor texture is entirely different from the animation cartoons that you're creating. So that kind of a stuff, or that kind of an example you can take with the terms of the cohesive. But if you're creating a patterns or textures or gradients that are very, very different colors but are having a one style, then probably go with that. So hopefully I've answered that. Let's move on to another. Which types of design do you recommend to sell or most popular on Creative Fabrica marketplace? For example, illustration, print templates, form, patterns, etc. Thank you. Okay, now this is a thing in terms of regarding making more money. Now I have personally test drive a lot many different products varieties on my own shop. I have fonts, I have graphics, I have KDP interiors, I have templates. Then I also have the print on demand designs, the crafts, embroidery designs, needlework. I have a lot of the variety of the products. Now I'm going to tell you, font is not that competitive in comparison to the graphic templates or print templates. So if you're creating a fonts, then probably upload the fonts and you're more likely to make them more sales. Now I'm going to tell you, one of my font was around the Halloween theme, which I uploaded last year back in the 2021. I uploaded a Halloween theme around the font and I made it as a freebie. That font get me, I think, 3 or 4 reviews and also get me a lot more favorites. Although that font didn't really actually make me any money because it was a freebie, but still it get me more eyeballs on the different fonts that I was having in my shop. So that's the beauty of having the freebie. But if you're uploading a font, it is more likely to be found in case of comparison with the graphic, because font is not that competitive. If you can create the embroidery files, like the machine embroidery files, probably go for it. Still, there is not that much competition. If you can create the crochet work, needlework, or all the handmade kind of work, then probably go with her, because sewing work, and needlework isn't that competitive. Yes, crafts and graphics are one of the most competitive, or because they are having been so many graphics and crafts on the platform. So I would highly recommend you to try with the fonts and machine embroidery if you can. But if you are more focusing on a graphic, you can't go with those of stuff, then probably go with the trends, because trends can get you the more sales and fast sales, and also getting the more eyeballs. Like for 6 months you could try different trends, like the Christmas in July, the Independence Day, the Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So try to upload designs or graphics more related to that particular trends. Another thing you could do is having your product as a freebie, which I talk a lot about that. But I could tell you basically the graphics or the textures that take you more time, that are more kind of like more digital artwork, takes more time, are selling more well for me in case of the graphics. If I'm having a graphics that is just a simple text is there, I didn't get that much of reviews or that much of followers for that particular graphic. But if I'm having a graphic, for example, I uploaded the watercolor baby elephant. I uploaded that particular, I made it digitally on the software and I uploaded that. It got me more followers and favorites because it really took me a long time to make a watercolor baby elephant in comparison to creating a simple text-based crafts or text-based graphics. So I hope it makes sense, right? So you need to see which is working for you, because the things that are working for me may not be working for you. But this is the general thing that I can tell you. Try with the designs that is taking you more time to make, like the watercolor animals, watercolor florals, the glitter designs, the sparkle designs. These can get you the more sales rather than just having a simple text-based designs. Don't get me wrong, text-based designs also do sell, but there are so many people already uploading because it's easy to make. So probably not that much favorites or followers you might expect to get. Along with that, the KDP interior is also the hot category on the Creative Fabrica. I'm not telling to just have a plain line generals or single line generals to sell on them. No, have some content in your KDP interiors, maybe a gratitude journal or a daily planner or a weekly planner or fitness journal, something like that. Start selling them. KDP interior is not that competitive. You can get the more sales, maybe a coloring books or mandalas or something like that. Hopefully I've answered this particular question. Now I'm going to move to the last question of this video because this video is getting way more longer. So the last question is not that related to Creative Fabrica, but I've been getting a lot many times on my channel, and I think it's related to the Creative Fabrica as well. It's related to general whatever way I'm making money in the online space. A lot many times by you guys, some people ask me related to the Creative Fabrica, some have asked me to the print on demand, some have asked me to the YouTube. The people were asking me that you have been really consistent on these platforms, talking a lot on your YouTube channel, but still we see that your YouTube channel isn't grown that much, or why is your YouTube channel not growing that much, or why are you not making that much good amount of money on these channels or platforms? Now, first thing I'm going to tell you guys, this is a misconception that many people do have when making money online. They think that they have to just open up a shop on a day one itself, and in a week or so they're gonna make thousands of dollars from that shop. In 2022 or maybe in 2023 or beyond that, there is no such rich money making scheme in the online space unless you go with some cryptos or NFTs or some kind of shortcut tips or tricks, which I don't really talk on my channel. They might get you sales first. They may be risky, I'm not sure about that, but whatever I'm talking on my channel are entirely going to take you some time to get the sales, to get some traction. It's what I'm saying, that I don't teach that. And yes, regarding my channel, it's growing, okay? It doesn't matter whether the growth is slow or fast. It doesn't really matter, because as long as you're growing, there is a growth. Eventually, with over time, this growth will going to increase, and obviously I'm gonna see more subscribers and more views coming on my channel. And also, this YouTube is not just my income source. I have almost like 12 to 15 different income sources currently working for me, and I'm keep on adding as I go, as I learn more in the online space. So this is not just one income stream. And I do want to tell you that, of course, there are the people who are making 6 figures or 5 figures, maybe in their first year of starting with the business, whether it's a YouTube channel, print on demand, whatever it is they do make. I don't know what's their strategies, whether they are using paid ads or whether they are using some sneaky tactics, or whether it's actually legit or not. I'm not really sure about that. It takes time, and it's taking time, and that's okay. I'm not here for a quick run or for a quick fix or to make a quick bucks. No, I'm building my brand, and I see that a lot many people actually recognizing my videos. They do enjoy them, they find it useful, so that makes my day, and that's the purpose of my channel. So hopefully I've answered all these questions. Now I'm going to talk about the Creative Fabrica, one of the stuff that is really important. And I think I've mentioned it in one of my videos, but I still feel like it's important, so I'm mentioning it over here. Fabrica email newsletter, which I talk a lot about you guys to subscribe to their email newsletter, because they do share the tips and tricks and what's working or what's demanding on the platform to make them more money as a designer. So it's on the 8th June. It's an email that from the 8th June. It's quite late, and I'm telling about it late, but still it makes sense, so I'm mentioning over here. So it was like a welcome to our June newsletter. Get help right at your fingertips. So they at the right bottom of your designer dashboard, you're gonna see a help option. Needlework, like you could see a separate section, add a needlework instead of add a graphic or something like that. Their story, which is really important, which I want to mention it over here. Creative Fabrica, like they started back in the June of 2016, so 6 years ago they started. Since then, we have experienced tremendous growth. This year alone, we have added over 3,000 new designers. So this year itself, 3,000 new designers, 1.5 million designs. So that's really great growth. Today, we are home to over 15,000 plus designers. Today, together, we have built a stock of over 5 million designs to offer to crafters and creatives all over the world. So that's interesting. June celebration, not only this, it's a Creative Fabrica June birthday in June, but many other great events. So they are also talking about the trends which you can follow to make your design. So what's popular in the June? The graduation, summer vacation, Father's Day, Juneteenth, Pride month. So this is the popular in the June month. So please make sure to subscribe to email newsletter of the Creative Fabrica, because every single month they have the special newsletter which talks about what's popular in that particular month. Will going to help you decide what kind of designs, what kind of products you need to upload if you're targeting the trending niches. And also they're gonna update you with any of the new updates that they are having on a platform. Sublimation, the searches are going for the Father's Day, graduation, summer, dad for the sublimation. I'm covering at the last part of this video. Hopefully this video has cleared all your doubts. If you still have any questions related to Creative Fabrica, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to reply them in the comments. If not, then I'm gonna make another Q&A video for the Creative Fabrica soon. So if you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'll gonna see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.